What do you do to take care of you? Self-care is an investment, if you like, in our psychological sustainability and helps us cope during difficult times or times we might feel overwhelmed. It could be things we do to help us manage stress, help us find balance between work and non-work, zest, if you like, and rest, and that help us kind of give us a boost when we need it to keep us going psychologically in the long term. I'm Vanessa King, Head of Psychologies and Workplaces at Action for Happiness, and here to share 3 tips as part of Self-Care September, our theme this month. The first tip is a micro-journaling practice to experiment with. Now, many people find journaling really helpful, just checking in on how they're doing, but sometimes people don't have time for doing 15 or 20 minutes a day. So here's a short practice to experiment with. So it's simply taking a breath maybe and thinking of 3 words that are kind of top of mind for you or pertinent for you right now, and just simply picking one and spending a couple of minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, just writing about that, how you feel about it, how it's showing up for you in your life or not. And just notice, is there anything you want to let go of in connection with it, or embrace, or get curious about? And that's it, just 2 or 3 minutes to doing that, a couple of times a week, and see what you notice. The second is a self-care audit. Now, self-care involves lots of different things that do. Sometimes we do short daily practices. There might be things that we only do once a month or once or twice a year. And this is thinking about, what are you doing to nurture your well-being in 5 key areas. It's physical, psychological, social, spiritual, and joyfulness or playfulness. So physical, of course, means moving, how we're moving and taking care of our bodies with rest and food, etc. Psychological is about the tools we have that help us manage our stress, deal with our emotional ups and downs, and cultivate those sort of pleasant emotions, and also the kind of tuning into the kind of voices in our head, and is that voice a critical voice, and can we turn it into more of a coaching voice? Social is, of course, giving sort of attention to nurturing relationships that are important to us, that nurture us as well. Spiritual is about connecting to something bigger or more transcendent than ourselves. It could be through religious or faith-based practices. It could be through our connections with nature or art or creativity, wherever we feel a sense of transcendent connection, if you like, that sort of sense of spirituality and whatever that means for us. And finally, having a sense of fun and playfulness and joyfulness in your life. It could be tiny micro moments each day where you just pause and notice something that you enjoy or feel grateful for or find joy in. And it could be also about investing time in things that we love to do, our hobbies and practices, etc. And of course, some of the things that we do for self-care combine several of those different 5 areas. And thirdly, the tip this month is very simply embracing JOMO, which is the joy of missing out. So many of us have heard of FOMO, which is the fear of missing out, which often propels us to do a bit more than maybe is good for us, so that we, instead of taking a break and having a bit of rest, we go to that extra social event, or we take on that extra task, which means we can get depleted over time. So what are you going to miss out on this month and really enjoy doing that? It could even be, it's not just social events, it could be, cutting down time on social media, not eating that, extra kind of takeaway or junk food, eating something, so that you eat more healthily. Whatever it is, what are you going to enjoy missing out on or saying no to this month? So that's it, the 3 tips. So there's the micro-journaling, which is bring to mind 3 words, pick one and write about it for 2 or 3 minutes, and just see what you notice. The second is doing a bit of a self-care audit on what you do over the course of a month, or a week, or in a day, to support your physical, psychological, social, spiritual, and joyfulness, joy, well-being, if you like. And thirdly, it's kind of embracing JOMO. What are we going to enjoy missing out on or saying no to this month? As ever, we love to hear your ideas and how you're experimenting with these tips on any of our social media platforms, but in particular in our Action for Happiness app, which is free to download wherever you get your apps from. And it's a lovely, supportive, uplifting community there. And in fact, I think being part of that could be described as an act of self-care. So please do kind of get engaged with that if you haven't done already. Thank you for watching or listening this month, and look forward to being with you again next month. Thanks very much.